Yeah, well, speaking of big, last night was Big Brother's fantastic new episode where they dealt with 19. It was going up against The Voice last night for the ratings, and it's getting tighter and tighter as the season comes towards the end. But last night we saw a much loved, even though Robbo would say not, a much loved housemate see his demise. Check it out.
With all 6 votes, Xavier, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. It's time for you to go.
Well, either flying under the radar or flying into some people's dreams. Joining us right now, we have Xavier who is the latest evictee from the Big Brother 2020. Thanks for joining us on the Ben, Rob and Robbo show this afternoon, mate.
Well, thanks for having me, Ben. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm a big fan of yours from back in the day, and yeah, it's great to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Well, it is kind of a surreal experience because, like, I remember meeting Reggie Bird, and with her, I'd seen her on the show and was a big fan, and then she'd seen me on the show and she was a big fan. So this is kind of a surreal experience for me because my partner and I thought you were fantastic on the show. How do you think you went?
Oh, thank you very much for saying that. How did I think I went? Yeah, I was happy with how I went on the show. You know, I was part of every big play, and I was on the inside know with my group most of the time. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed all the fun times, which was good. I had a lot of fun in there.
Well, it definitely looked like you had a lot of fun. A lot of people talking about not seeing enough of Xavier, and I tell you what, we felt like that at our place. How do you think you were portrayed? Do you think that we could have seen more of you?
Because it's such a fast TV show, and they know the key ingredient is drama these days, especially with, you know, like maths and all that sort of stuff. Like drama is the thing. So, you know, with the big personalities and the drama that was happening in the house, some of the other characters sort of got pushed to the side because, I don't know, we were just a bit too lame or wallpaperish or stuff like that. But yeah, unfortunately, we missed like sort of those character arcs that I saw in the house that unfortunately didn't make the final cut. But yeah, that's
Well,
what
we saw last night on the TV the way in which Big Brother was handling COVID-19. Can you tell us a little bit about that reaction and how you felt when they broke the news of how serious COVID-19 had become in Australia?
Yeah, we were just so focused on the game there. We were just like, oh, we got to do this game, you know, whatever with the outside world. But it really started to hit home when they told us like the Olympics was cancelled, footy games were cancelled, and we were like, oh, okay, cool. And then only when you get evicted and you go to an absolute ghost town of a city, that's Sydney, and it's usually thriving and stuff like that, you go, something is not right here. And yeah, it was crazy.
Were there any telltale signs that you guys as a house had started to notice that maybe something was happening on the outside?
Yeah, when you're used to getting filmed 24/7 and those cameras sort of all shut off, you're just going, what's happening? And we had a couple of days there where we just got pizza and movies, and we put the game on pause, and we had so much fun during that time as well. And you don't get to see any of that, unfortunately, as well. But yeah, it was just surreal, the whole thing. Like,
also, I think what was really interesting was doing a little bit of research. Some people were saying that maybe the COVID-19 lockdown might have been one of the reasons as to why your time in the house came to an end. How did it affect your game plan, seeing as that the cameras were shut down for 24 hours?
it affected my game plan because I was so focused. I was in the game, and then we had 2 days off or something like that. We were having so much fun then that I don't think I clicked back into the game, and I sort of started to talk to Kieran about strategy, and I was just started openly talking about it, and everybody goes, "Oh, that guy, that guy's playing, and as soon as you get caught playing, you get the flick." So yeah, I sort of tripped over my own shoelaces there towards the end.
Interestingly enough, from my own experience of being on Big Brother, friendships inside the house don't necessarily always translate into being friendships on the outside world. Can you tell us, I mean, we've had reports that people have been leaving the group chat, that you were all a part of. Who are the people that you've found that you've reached out to the most since the show was over?
I think with the friend group that I have, we all have that sort of same thing in common, that we don't take ourselves too seriously. And, we can sort of joke around and, blow each other in the back and whatnot. And it's just that sort of friend group that you have, like Casey, Dan, Matt, Ian. Shane's a great guy. I know Chad's a great guy, as much as people want to blow that up. But yeah, everybody just doesn't take themselves too seriously. And I think some of those bigger personalities sort of want to cause stuff out of nothing, really. You know, it's a game. It happened. Close the book on it.
Well, let's talk about this because, do you know, I want to talk about something with you, and it's a bit of an elephant in the room. So many times do we hear people using the word bullying or tactics where you're ganging up on someone. But when it comes to Big Brother and the game is to win $250,000, what is the relationship between, say, bullying or just playing straight Big Brother tactics?
Yeah, look, bullying comes into it when you start demoralizing the person's actual character. You know,
which wasn't happening.
You know, which wasn't happening too much from what I saw. But yeah, there's a fine line that you've got to work you, and you can say, look, I don't believe in their game, or you can start saying, oh, that person's an idiot, like, or that person's dumb and stuff like that. You can't go around saying that, because I feel like that is bullying. And then, you know, if you want to talk bad about their game, just be like, look, they're not playing a bad game. But if you want to call someone dumb, then I think that's you're walking a fine line there, unfortunately. And because it's all out there on the TV, you're doing it on live air, so you've just got to be careful. You've really got to be careful, and especially these days, bullying is a big problem, and it can get blown out of proportion on these type of TV shows. So, got to watch yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Would you know what I also, just before I finish up, I want to say, when the promos came out and I got my first glimpse of you, you look so much like Ryan Gins, the winner of 2014. I was like, oh, here we go. Another attractive blonde is going to win the show. Did you notice the similarities? Did you feel the similarities, you know, with Ryan Gins?
Yeah, well, it was sort of that like laid back thing, and everybody's like, oh, Ryan Gins, and then we got Jack Vidgen, and then we just got that blonde guy in the back, and then we got Justin Bieber, and then we got Wallpaper for a while, and it's just, there's a couple of names that came flying up, but I definitely see the similarities with Ryan Gins. I think it's yeah, but that's for the old Big Brother. That's the old Big Brother. That sort of personality works for the old Big Brother, I think. This one's a bit more cutthroat, and I think Ryan Gins or someone like myself who's a bit more relaxed,
yeah,
should go back to the old Big Brother. This one's a bit intense.
Well, maybe we could do that, but at this particular point, people are applying for the show. What is your tip on how to get picked to be on Big Brother 2021?
Obviously, you know, you're going to go with be yourself. Obviously, that one, you're going to hear that one 1,000 times, but have your opinion and stand by it. I think that's one of the main ones. You know, don't just float with what everybody else is saying. If you've got a personality, show it the way you do, because you're going to be in there for 30 days. If you're acting or whatnot, you're going to, you know, you're going to drop it. It's 30 days, and people are going to see straight through it. So be yourself and have an opinion, and stand for who you are, I guess. I think that's probably the best.
Well, you were yourself, and I applaud you for that. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. X marks the spot for lots of people, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with you next.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for having me on the show, and yeah, enjoy the show, and woohoo.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo show.